Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about what are the main reasons that people tell us is the reasons that they're looking to move to Australia in the first place. Now, if you see this image we've shown on screen, typically there are about 5 reasons that people give us. Number 1 is Australia's public healthcare system. Now, nowhere in the Western world is there such a comprehensive public healthcare system than Australia's Medicare system. Australia's Medicare system is currently available for all of the 3 visa types that we've discussed on the Skilled Migration Program. Those are Subclass 189, 190, and 491. In the past, the visa subclass 489, which was the subclass 491's predecessor, didn't have access to the Medicare system. So in our current situation, all of the visa types having access to the Medicare system is quite a unique thing. So the second thing is Australia's education system. So if you studied there, if your kids are about to go there, you kind of are familiar with how Australia's education system works. A lot of the Australian universities have branches out here in Southeast Asia, whether or not it's Monash University, Melbourne Uni, Victoria University, and so on and so forth. A lot of their institutions are known outside of Australia. So when you're in Australia, if you're planning for kids' future studies, a lot of parents do think about Australia's education system as a place to be able to send them to, because all of those unis exist in Australia and for permanent residents at a subsidized rate as well. The third image represents the cities of Australia. Australia's cities regularly rank in what's called The Economist magazine's World's Most Livable City Index. And this index is created based on determining different factors of a city's livability, such as economy, safety, access to public transportation, access to housing, and so on and so forth. So the countries or the cities with the most well-rounded or well-balanced of all of these aspects usually rank very high. And Australia has typically over the last couple of decades, they have access to a lot of these positive factors, especially in the cities like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, and so on. So if you ever visited for holiday or you've lived there for a while in the past, you are familiar with what I'm talking about. The cities are well maintained and pretty well run, and because of that, a lot of people like to look to move to Australian cities based on the feedback that people have told us. The fourth image, which may sound a bit weird to be talking about, actually represents Australia's food and beverage, agriculture, and coffee scene. Now, if you live anywhere outside of Australia, you probably do have access to Australian food and beverages, such as the agriculture, fruits, and so on and so forth. But once it comes out of Australia, obviously it's a lot more expensive and probably not as fresh. But in Australia itself, it's all locally grown, right? So you have access to the farms around you. Because it's locally grown, it's very fresh and it is very cheap. And a lot of people enjoy that. They enjoy being able to get access to this for their own consumption, especially all those people who are living there with their families. The fifth and final one is Australia's work-life balance. Australia has one of the best work-life balances in the world. And the reason for that is a couple of factors. Number 1, it has one of the highest minimum wages in the world. It's like 19 or 20 Aussie dollars per hour. And because of that, everybody is paid fairly. So you have enough to survive on. Employers legally do not have to pay for overtime. So if they choose not to pay for overtime, employees on the flip side also don't have to work overtime. And over the last couple of decades, culturally it's become normal for people just to work the normal hours, 8:30 to 5:30, 9 to 6, whatever it may be. And on weekends, they spend with their family. So that family balance is there, right? Now, these 5 reasons are not the only reasons out there, but from the 50,000 assessments we've done and a lot of the people that we've met, these are typically the ones that are told to us are some of the main reasons people like to look to move to Australia. Now, if I've missed out any, please leave some comments in the section below, or if you'd like to talk to one of my colleagues to do a one-on-one consultation to go through your visa, or what visas you may qualify for, visa process, point score, and all of these details, please feel free to use the button below or one of the links in the description. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for your time.